What's up everybody, my name is Blaze Tiger, back with another video, and today we will be talking about the global release of Tales of Crestoria. Now this video was supposed to be out yesterday, but my editor had asked me, was this video supposed to be just a silent video or was it supposed to be audio? And I was like, what are you talking about? So I looked at the video, then realized all my audio was cut for some reason. I don't know what happened. So now I'm re-recording it and gotta put it back out there again. So starting from the beginning, first things first, I am a big Tales fan. My favorite Tales game is Tales of Vesperia, then Tales of Berseria, Tales of Xillia after, and Tales of the Abyss. I like that one also. There's one more and I cannot remember the name of the game. I'll if it comes back to me, I'll say it. But so I'm kind of excited for this game, honestly. There was another Tales gacha game that I played a little bit here and there. It wasn't that. It was okay. I wouldn't say it was bad. It was okay. I didn't really get into it. Maybe I didn't get into it because I was playing other gacha games that was kind of getting my attention at the time, but I just couldn't really get into it. But this game now, it looks promising from what I've seen, so I'm definitely going to play it more. So let's dive into the actual game and see what it's about. So here is the home screen where you can select everything that you need to select depending on what it is. And a cool feature that they added to the home screen is the ability to swipe up, and the HUD and everything just disappears, and then you can just see the character and then the background, which everything is beautifully designed. I mean, look at the character. It's like it's 3D colored. I mean, look at the water in the background. I mean, look at those reflections. I mean, they did a great job with the designing. Yeah, every animation, everything looks very clear, looks very good for a mobile game. And Tales of game has always had good animated cartoonish look to their characters, and they've always looked good. So I'm glad that they were able to keep that with the actual mobile version of the game. Another feature here for the home screen, you can hit menu, then go to home setting, and whatever character shows you have or shows up here, you can select that character and they will display on the background of your home screen. I haven't gotten anyone else yet to put on the home screen. We'll get into that in just a moment actually. So the first thing that I like to do with a gacha game is I like to look at how much it costs to summon and how much stones it takes to do a multi. So we're going to take a look at the stones really quick. We're going to take a look at the multis really quick and see how much. So it takes 2,500 for a multi, 250 for a single. That's okay, I guess. The 2,500. Sorry. I mean, I prefer less stones like Dokkan and Grand Cross, which I play both. I also play Legends. The 1,000 stones is okay, I guess, not bad. It grows on you. But then with Legends, there's so many missions and events that come out that give you so many stones. Even if you're and that's great for a free-to-play player. I'm not a free-to-play player, but of course, free stones is free stones. I will always accept them. If this game is free-to-play accessible for those who don't want to spend any money, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure yet. I haven't went through the entire game yet, checked all the missions or anything. The only thing I've seen was in story missions, there's the traditional 3 stars for each stage, and then you get 10 stone each stage. So 2,500 stones, 10 for a multi, and 10 stones for every time you 3-star I'm sorry, it's 30 stones if you 3-star a stage. So 1 star is 10, second star is another 10, the last star is 10, which would be 30. I'll have to play around with it more to see if it's free to play accessible. So let's keep that in mind, that it is 2,500 stones for a multi if you are a free to play player. Now the second thing that goes with this is how much it costs to summon. So let's take a look at the shop. And right away, looking at these sales, they're not that good. I mean, they're not bad, but they're not that good. I mean, $80 for 12,500, another 80 for 10,200. For one single multi is $23.99. I mean, for a release, I think they should have, the sales should be more, like, you know, at least do 2 or 3 buys for the $23.99 one. You know, that's just my opinion. Without the sales, for one multi will be $40, $39.99. Right off the back. it's pretty expensive right off the bat. One thing I've always said I liked about Grand Cross, and I said this in the previous video, is the buy one get one. If all gacha games incorporated that idea, I think more people will buy stones. I mean, you have your whales who will buy stones regardless, but still, you know, buy one get one free brings more people to the table when it comes to buying stones. So I think they should incorporate it in the game. I don't believe they will, because not a lot of gacha games that I've played actually do that. But you know, just a little idea I'm putting out there, to buy one get one isn't a major feature. And then you come over here to the reward passes. The reward passes just works like any other reward pass on any other gacha game that gives out reward passes for a certain amount of money. You have the more expensive one which is $40, $39.99. Within the 20-day limit, you will receive 5,000 glimstones. Then you have the cheaper one, which is $7.99. Let's see, what is that, 30 days for that one? I'm sorry, 20 days? Nope, wait, nope, 14 days? Guys, I can't do math. Yeah, okay, so it starts with 50. Okay, so you give you 50, all right, and then it goes to 100. Okay, not a problem. Okay, so then the one that gives you 5,000 stones is $250 each day. All right. So if you're a whale, or if you're someone that pays to play, one of these packs is worth buying. I'm not 100% sure if you buy like pack A, if they will lock pack B. Or no, I know in Dokkan, if you buy the more expensive pack, the second pack, whichever pack you didn't buy, well, it's only 2 packs, so the other pack that you don't buy is locked, so you can't buy both of them. So I'm not entirely sure if it works like that for this game. Now, the next thing we should get into is the characters. So when you start the game, and they allow you to do your first summon, which is a single summon, they allow you to choose a character that you want. Now, I didn't look at the tier list or study the tier list or anything like that, so I don't know which SSR is better than the other one, or which one is the best SSR. So I decided to just go with my favorite character in all the Tales series, which again, my favorite game is Tales of Vesperia, so I went with Yuri. I think he's the best character in all of the Tales series. You know, if you agree with it or not, that's just my opinion. I think Yuri is the best. So that's a good little feature that they put into the game, you know. So you choose whoever it is that you want. If you want to look at the tier list and go with the better SSR, or if you want to go with your favorite character, do that. It's free, so you know, do what you want to do. For me now, when it comes to collecting SSRs, there are certain ones I want to go for mainly right now at the beginning of the game, which I already have Yuri, so we're going to cross him off the list. The next one I want to get is Velvet. And then once I get Velvet, I want to get Mila. And I want to get, why is this taking so long to load? Okay, Mila. And I want to get Jude. Those are the main characters. Those are the main characters I want to get right now. Those are the ones I'm focusing on right now, and then everyone else can come second. So that's that for that one. Now, before we move on to anything else, for those who love to re-roll their accounts, this game isn't like one of those other gacha games where you hit the menu, go to the menu button, and you can just delete the data from the menu button and start over. You have to go to your app store and then delete the data from there. So that's how, not the app store. You have to go to your settings and then go to apps and then delete the data from there and then start over. But the thing about starting over, it's not too bad because each scene you can skip. You can skip the tutorial, you can skip the cutscenes, you can skip all the dialogues, everything. You can skip it. The only things you have to wait on is the downloading. If you have fast internet, then that shouldn't be too much of an issue. And that's about it. You can go back and reroll. What will determine if you should reroll? Let me go into my gifts here. What will determine if you should reroll are these here. So let's get up in here. Got some stones, pre-register stuff here. These elixirs give EXP to the element. Okay, alright, so I'm going to select, claim all. Alright, I don't know why this is moving so slow. I probably don't have it connected to Wi-Fi. Alright, so let's go back to summons here. Now, what you want to do before using your stones is use the 2 tickets banners that are here. So they give you 3 tickets for this one, and then they give you 10 for this. Now, if you use both the tickets for on both banners and you don't pull an SSR, just go ahead and reroll. If you don't care, then you do what you got to do. But if you want to get the best out of your beginning account, try and pull some SSRs using the tickets. This is my second time re-rolling onto the account. The first time I did pull 2 SSRs using the 10 summon tickets, and then I pulled another SSR using this one, and I pulled 2 on this one. So I was very lucky my first time re-rolling. But unfortunately, I did not get the characters that I wanted. The only time I only ended up getting Mila out of the SSRs that I pulled. So sadly, I had to re-roll. So there goes that. So let's get into another aspect of the game. Let's go to allies. This is where you'll come to make your team and check your characters. So we're going to go to party lineup. Now, this game has a unique feature to it. When you summon, you'll receive Memorial Stones and characters. And the Memorial Stone, which is the Memorial Stone is this thing at the bottom of Yuri. It boosts the stats of the specific character. So when you get one, attach it to that character, boost the stats. Over here where it says substones, you can equip Memorial Stones in this section, which will give a boost to your party in a whole. There's 2 types of combinations. There's type and element. So whichever one fits you well, go with that combination. If you have a bunch of Memorial Stones, mess around with it, see which one gives you the best stats for your team. So that's a cool feature there. You have a party lineup. Your front line consists of 4 people, and then you have a sub member side that consists of 2. So if anyone on the main line drops out, then they'll be replaced by the sub members. So pretty simple there. Now let's get in to the gameplay. portion of the video. So here you'll come do quests depending on how far along you are in the game. Now, the action sequence of this game isn't like your traditional Tales game where you run around a world and then you run into an enemy and then you do your button combinations to activate certain techniques and so forth and so on. If you guys are Tales fans, then you know how the gameplay works in the console version of the games. So in this one now, it is turn-based and it's actually good. It's pretty good. I actually enjoy it. So let's select this right here. It's just a support. So let's select that. Hit begin quest and let's get into it. Alright, yeah, let's just start it. Come on. Alright. So instantly now, okay, let's get past. Okay, so I can't skip that. So while they're doing that dialogue scene, let's take a look at the battle screen. Here you have your traditional auto and the speed up, which I love speed up because I hate when they move too slow when I'm trying to get through something. And then you have the traditional strong, weak and strong screen. That's what I call them. The affinity screen, I guess. Well, I don't think that's what it's called. Whatever. So wind stronger than water, water stronger than fire, fire stronger than earth, and then of course the traditional light stronger than darkness, darkness stronger than light. So they both hurt each other with this equal amount of damage. So here, one of our characters, which is the main character, Kanada, is a light element, so they're weak against him. Cool. And another feature here is you can select, when it's your turn, you can select who will attack. So just click on the party member, and then that party member's action bars will come up, and you select whichever action bar, and then you attack. Now, over limit is still in the game, and if you guys remember, you had to do a certain amount of certain combination with a certain art in order to activate the over limit in the traditional console game. In this one, if you're doing more damage, hitting their weakness more, it will build up the over limit bar faster. So once the over limit bar shows up, it will show up right here. And once the over limit attack shows up, it will show up right here. You hit it, and then it will do the character will do the over limit. It goes into that bluish screen that it normally, bluish purple screen, I can't remember the color, that it normally goes in, and then they'll do a whole action sequence, and you guys know how that goes. Another cool feature about the game is the ability to move the camera any way you want. Now it's 3D, so you're able to move it, and you're able to zoom in. Come on, do it for me. It's not doing it for me. I don't know. It's not doing it for me right now. Alright, well, we'll just leave that. But yes, you're able to mess with the camera any way you want to, which is pretty cool, because when the game first started, it was like the camera was like so far away to the right, and when I was using Crest and we did his over limit during the tutorial, it was like cutting off part of his body, so I couldn't really see. It was like this, so I really couldn't see what was going on while he was up in the air. But yeah, able to move the camera, which is good. Now, the only issue I have with the gameplay part, like when you're fighting, is how the colors look on the characters and the stage. It looks muddy, kind of dryish. It's not as colorful like all Tales games are. Eventually it will grow on me, but I'm not a big fan of how it looks color wise. What did I just do? I just hit something. Okay. So then you just have your menu here that tells you what you have to do to get the 3 stars, and good. So we're just going to retire that because we're not going to finish that. Yes. And I mean, that's basically the basics and gist of the game. You know, it's not nothing too difficult or anything like that. So what I got to say about the game so far is, from what I've seen and what I've done so far before I re-rolled the account, I like it. I think Tales, long-running Tales fans and people who are new to the Tales series will enjoy the game. And that's the one thing about Tales that I've always liked, is not all of the games are sequel and prequels towards one another. So you're always able to jump in at any time and understand and enjoy the story. And I feel like this is a game that Tales of fans and newcomers will be able to jump in at any time and be able to enjoy the game all the same. And that's basically all I have for this game. I will continue to play it. I probably will be uploading content on the game as I go along, depending on how the game continues to impress me. And that's basically it, guys. If you guys have any thoughts on the game, or if there's anything that I miss that you guys have noticed about it, just let me know in the comment section. But that's all for this one, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to know when I upload my next video.